Gypsy at a carnival teach me the secret to skee ball.
What is it?
Well, I'll tell you anyway. So when you're playing skee ball, you stand in the middle. You're going to roll ball. You're going to roll diagonal corner, and you want to bank in that corner, and it'll shoot across, drop, drop.
That's what we all do. Nobody goes up the middle.
I mean, the way you bank it in the corner, I'll show you.
It's a gypsy.
It's a two-pop.
Don't let Tom Segura hear that you were hanging out with gypsies.
Tom Segura hates gypsies.
Well, what's not to hate?
He has a passion about.
Do you remember in Borat when he thought the person having the garage sale was a gypsy? He thought the Jews,
the cockroaches, they turned into roaches.
Turned into cockroaches to come get us. He might be the most underrated talent out there in the world, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh man,
I hope he's going to play Freddie Mercury.
Is he? That is perfect.
He'll get nominated for that.
That is perfect.
Crazy.
He looks just like him with that mustache. Man, he would nail that. His characters are so different.
And then, like, Bruno is somehow better than Borat. You're like, how did this happen?
And Ali G that started all of it. They're all so different.
I'm here with my man Boutros Ghali. Isn't it strange that one man, Michael Jordan, has his own seat at the United Nations? Out of all these countries, you give a seat to just one man. And they think it's split. No, that's the country, Jordan. But do you think it's fair that one man can be a country?
Who was it he pissed off that walked off from 60 Minutes? Was it 60 Minutes?
I don't know 60 Minutes, but he had Ron Paul in a hotel room as Bruno. He was going to interview Ron Paul for some fashion show and is in a hotel room. And then Ron Paul walked out and goes, look, man, you got a guy in there that's queer as a $3 bill, which is fine. But he's taking his clothes off and doing his dance. Like they're waiting for a light to be set up, and he just goes, oh, my God, it's so hot. And he's taking his shirt off and shit. I'm like, wow. And
Which
Ron
is
Paul's
fine,
just like, patient. And he goes, I got to get out. This is crazy, man.
I think it might have been Andy Rooney he pissed off, and he walked off.
How about Andy Rooney? The moment he left his job, he fucking died. He's like Bear Bryant.
Dead.
As soon as you leave the sideline, you're dead. Like Joe Paterno just broke his pelvis.
Yeah, right.
Maybe from Sandusky crushing his ass.
Crushed it. I love that you pointed that out to me, that Sandusky went to jail with a Penn State jacket on.
That Penn State entire program needs to be shut down.
It really does.
If SMU got the death sentence, and if you're not a sports fan, death sentence means there is no longer a football team at your school. It's the death sentence. And it's usually about a 20-year process.
I think ESPN did a 30 for 30 on it.
Yeah, on
didn't
SMU.
it? Yeah.
It's about a 20 to 25-year process to go back to fielding a team. So SMU got the death penalty for gambling. So what's the death penalty for a coach having sex with kids where people see you having sex with kids? You've been fired or like sort of let go on the hush-hush because people know you're like super inappropriate with kids, but you still have keys to the facilities and you still have an office. And then like your wide receivers coach sees you like bouncing kids off of you and then tells the head coach, and the head coach is just like an old crazy man with Coke bottle glass. You know Paterno always has a giant cashew snot hanging out of his nose. He's that crazy old. And to him, he's like, I said, Jerry's Jerry. Jerry's just Jerry. So then Sandusky gets arrested on like more counts than you've ever heard, like 40 counts of like having sex with children. Not like, hey, this guy picked up a girl who was 16. He wasn't sure. They made out. Like, no, he's inside of them. Yeah. Like he's rupturing their stomachs. Like they're going to have operations to fix I'm being serious. Like what this guy did, he's the devil. And then when he's in his handcuffs, so the cameras don't show, usually you put a blanket over your head or something going into jail.
Not even a hood.
And he wants to maintain his dignity. He keeps his face and he looks cool, but to not show the handcuffs, they put his jacket over his back. And it's a Penn State jacket. You're going to jail for fucking children.
At Penn State.
Someone at Penn State has to go, no, put a Wisconsin jacket on his back. Someone else from the Big 12. What is that? A Minnesota Golden Gophers. And then have like the actual Golden Gopher mascot go to jail with him. Like, how do you allow, Like that, and I know you're going to go, hey, it's a free country. He can wear whatever he wants. But someone, like this goes to the complicity of Penn State of letting this all just keep going and going. The fact that you allowed a guy that had sex with kids, allegedly, but he did allegedly have sex with kids, go to jail with a fucking Penn State jacket across his back on CNN on an endless loop. There's no better story in the world right now. Kim Jong-il, my nuts. Sandusky fingered kids' asses with his middle finger, like, because he didn't want to get shit on his ring finger. Like, he is the most disgusting kid toucher of all time. And he had a charity, so like he groomed and grew his own kids. It was like a fish.
Farmed them.
It was like a fish hatchery.
Oh God!
Yeah, you said that to me in Earth. Like he farmed his own kids to fuck. And then when he goes to jail, you put someone at Penn State has to go,
hang on a second, man.
and rip that shit off. Turn
seriously.
the cameras off now.
Seriously.
And then you very delicately get an Iowa State Cyclone jacket and put it around his shoulders and go, wow, I don't know when Sandusky changed. You know, you think you know a guy. He's a turncoat. Now he's all about the Cyclones. You just walked into jail talking about Stromile Swift. Sometimes I'm real good.
Sometimes.
Bro, so you're going to be where?
Baltimore, Friday night.
All right, Friday night at the
Baltimore Comedy Factory.
All right. So hook this guy up, people close to Baltimore. He's funny as balls, hysterical.
Thank you, Jay Mohr.
Will you tell about the when you were kids and your parents got rich and got a pool before we leave?
Yeah, well, we didn't get rich at all. We were trying to keep up with the neighbors, but everybody was getting in-ground pools, and we wanted a pool, but we couldn't afford an in-ground pool, so we got an above-ground pool, and then we buried it and made it an in-ground above-ground pool. Changed the pool game.
Ryan Sickler, I'm Jay Mohr. This has been ad-free because you deserve it. And we'll see you out there doing stand-up. Support local comedy, everybody. We love you.
Find more funny shit like this at smodcast.com.